Hello people. As you may know, 1.19 is the wild update, which includes a revamp of the swamp biome. So in this video, I want to revamp it myself in 1.17, much before the update is releasing, just because I wanted to do it. So anyways, let's get started. So I opened up World Painter and started to flatten out the area just below the water level. And after that was done, I started to make some variations in the height, just to have it not be a completely flat underwater. Then I added some islands so that it's not completely underwater because swamps, they do have some land. And then I changed it all to dirt, then started to texture it and added some clay around and also coarse dirt. And then I also decided to add some more variation to the actual terrain itself because I didn't want it to be all flat. So I added a few hills, just a few blocks up and down. And after that, I added some more coarse dirt. Now we've got this, which I think looks alright. It's got some clay in the ground. It's pretty flat in some areas still, but I want to change that. I have some ideas. So what I want to do next is make some custom trees. So I made this type of mangrove tree, which I based off of real life mangrove trees they kind of have like a bunch of sprawling roots around the bottom and kind of hanging leaves at the top. And I think this turned out pretty well. If you're wondering why I have 9 different shovels in my hotbar, well, they're all linked to different world edit brushes, which I can now just scroll through and place the trees around. And oops, I'll just undo that. With this, I can just place the trees around, and it should all turn out pretty good. Wow, this already seems pretty cool. Ooh, that could be an issue here. I can fix that by hand, but I might want to try to avoid clicking on grass blocks, I guess. Anyways, I can just kind of spread some trees through here. I've got to say, doing this is actually pretty fun. And I also changed the mask so that I can also place the trees in the water, and the water will just spread to fill the fences, which is pretty nice. Oops. And then it's really getting kind of a cool atmosphere flying through here. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So now I think that this is looking pretty cool. If we fly down here, you can see really has a pretty cool atmosphere, but you may notice the color of the leaves is still a bright green because what is this? Here it is a river biome, and on the land it is a plains biome. And I want to change that. So I believe with this, I should be able to brush biome. I guess we can just do a cylinder. We can just do a swamp of 6. I'll just do that. If I do that, when I relog, that should show up as a swamp biome. Yep, that worked. So I can, I have to paste that command back because the chat resets every time I relog, and I should just be able to spam this around, put it in the water a bit also to kind of change the color of the water, and then that should make it feel even more like a swamp. And now this is looking much more like a swamp. If we just go down here, I'm just going to get a boat. Why not? And I can get into this boat. And you can see, really feels like a swamp with all the mangrove trees. And I don't know, I really like this feeling. And you might notice we've got some flowers around, but that's not quite enough. So you might know, in a swamp, the naturally spawning flower is a blue orchid, which looks like this. And, oh, I still have some stuff on there. So these spawn in swamps, but this is pretty small. You wouldn't be able to see it from above. So I want to make a bigger version of it to kind of spread around in a similar way I did with the trees. So I created this kind of flower. It's kind of resembling a blue orchid. And anyways, now I should be able to, yep, just place them around. And we can have some giant flowers in this swamp, which I think will actually look pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. And now we've got some flowers all around. I really like these, actually. They fit the terrain nicely, and they just kind of remind me of an actual swamp with the blue orchids. And if we go down, now it's not just trees that you see when you look around. You can kind of see some flowers, and real flowers too, which I like. Anyways, I think that this is coming along pretty cool. And you might have noticed, I don't know if I really showed it, but oh yeah, there's the original flower up in the air there. I left an open space here, and that's because, well, there's one structure that generates in a swamp. Well, that normally generates in a swamp, and that's a witch hut. And I also want to just redo that, make it look better, make it bigger, just make it cooler, and build that up here. So I guess I can get started on that. When I first started building this, I really wasn't sure that I would like it in the end, but I'm much more happy with this than I thought I would be. I really like the leaves all around. I think they help a lot, and added a bit of a path here, some barrels, cauldrons, just to add a few details. And then there's a bit of a balcony. You can go up this ladder to get inside. A tiny bit of a balcony, like in an actual witch hut. And then you go inside, there's no interior. I didn't really want to do that. I don't like doing interior that much, so I just won't do that. Um, Anyways, I do like how this is coming along, and it looks like there's some mobs spawning. Um, Anyways, yeah, I think that this turned out really nice. Shaders render distance 24. Let's take a look at this thing. So, yeah, I really like it. If I'm being honest, I really like it. I like the flowers. I'm I like the trees. I really like the atmosphere that I get when flying through this. The sky is kind of bright. I feel like a swamp should be kind of more dark and murky, which I can kind of change if I make it rain. It gets kind of darker, but then you can't really see as much either. Or maybe not with these shaders, apparently. Wait, no. There it is. Yeah, you can kind of see the fog. I think that's a bit better. Yeah, I like that. You can still see, which is nice. There's the giant flowers. And I also added some custom oak trees. Well, not really custom. They're the default oak trees from the normal swamps. Just using world edit, I could use the brush forest command. And, wow, look at this. Just going through the forests with like not being able to see too much because it's raining. This is pretty cool. There's some floating trees, but that's fine. Yeah, I really like this. Let's just fly up and take a look at it. Let's set the weather back to clear, and we can see a bit more clearly. There's the witch hut, which is more of a house now, but yeah, we can call it a hut. I like the leaves. It just adds kind of overgrowth to it, and it feels like it's been almost abandoned. Yeah, you can see it's a pretty big area, and I really like how it turned out. You can let me know what you think in the comments, but I guess with that, remember to subscribe if you haven't, if you want to see more videos like this, if you want to recommend a biome for me to redo or just change or do whatever, change a structure that's in Minecraft, or make my own structure, you can let me know what you want me to do in the comments, and if I like the idea, I might do it. Yeah, look, there's the witch hut back there, taller than all the trees. Anyways, also remember to like the video so that it'll promote it in the YouTube algorithm and more people will be able to see it. And also turn on notifications if you want. But I guess other than that, have a good day everyone, and goodbye.